Okay, columnist. If you received an unsigned letter, you would likely have some doubt about the truth of its contents. But news stories often include statements from anonymous sources, and these are usually quoted with the utmost respect. It makes sense to be skeptical of those sources, for, as in the case of the writer of an unsigned letter, their anatomy makes it possible for them to plant inaccurate or slanted statement without ever having to answer for them. All right, what is the columnist's conclusion here?
It makes sense to be skeptical of these sources.
Awesome. And I love that we have our indicator word for, which introduces why it is. And it's because not being anonymous makes it possible for them to plant inaccurate or slanted statements without ever having to answer for them. So how does the author get to this conclusion? What did you predict? Or how did you like pre-phrase what your answer is going to be?
Like compares two things, but like it kind of doubts the second thing.
Yeah, we're comparing an unsigned letter to a news story, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you say drawing an analogy between an attitude commonly adopted in one situation and different attitude commonly adopted in another situation, and establishing that the later attitude is better justified than the former. So I like this first part of the statement, but do we establish that the later attitude is better than the former or better justified?
No.
No, I think what we're saying is it could go either way. It's not that one is more likely than the other. It's just like both are realistic. So then our answer is going to be A, where it says pointing out that a certain attitude would presumably be adopted in one situation in order to support the claim that a similar attitude would be justified in an analogous situation.
Mm-hmm.
And that's just because we're saying that because we would adopt this attitude in this situation, I don't know who that was, it would be possible to adopt it. Sorry. And oh, sorry. We're just saying by assuming that that attitude would be adopted in this situation, we're saying that it's justified to say that a similar attitude could be justified in the analogous situation. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.